election that everyone in the country started saying, "Wag the dog, wag the dog."
Yeah.
He's a smart guy. He's a brilliant writer.
And you, I'm so glad that you mentioned that you've known him since college, because just doing a little bit of research on you. You're born in Miami, raised in Georgia and Western Maryland. You started college in West Virginia. You were studying veterinary medicine, but then you transferred to Goddard College, and the only reason I know Goddard College is my favorite band, Fish, all went to Goddard College, and but what's interesting about the curriculum there is you kind of. And correct me if I'm wrong, you kind of create your own curriculum. Is that what attracted you to rural Vermont?
Yeah.
Of course. Hell yeah.
Yeah. It was a hippie college. It wasn't sort of create your own curriculum. There were no rules, no tests, no grades. The only thing that you absolutely had to do was pay tuition. Everything else is
Oh my God, my dream for a degree may still be alive.
I never knew this.
Yeah, so Fish.
It was the hippiest of the hippie schools. But you know what was interesting? Even though if you wanted to, all you could do is smoke dope and chase women, which was my first year there. But
are there career opportunities in that?
Well, interestingly, a lot of students couldn't take it. That much freedom freaked them out, and they quit. They couldn't make it. And the people that really took advantage of what a wonder Goddard was were the people that created their own path. And I met Dave Mamet, and we started from that class. I know them to this day because the inmates took over the asylum, and we studied theater all day, every day. We didn't have to take math or language or anything like that. We would do these little improvs. We called them etudes, and some of them went for 48 hours.
Wow.
So you just focused on the thing you love, the absolute passion. That's
how about that?
How about that?
How about that? If you're excited about something, you're going to want to learn about it. Wow. What a concept. Yeah.
That's excellent. Wow. Well, listen, Bill, I know that people of fans of your career and of specifically the film Fargo are excited about the show tonight. It's at the Keswick Theater, and you can get tickets. I'm sure we got information at WMMR.com or remote right now, but they're screening Fargo. Are you introducing the film and then doing a Q&A after? Do you know the format of it?
Yeah, the film comes first, and then we do a Q&A after, and audience people get to ask questions about it, and I just sort of reminisce and throw whatever light I can on how it was shot, because I started by saying this, but I'm so proud to be part of an iconic film like that.
Yeah.
Everybody was just brilliant, and when one of these films gets made, it's a minor miracle, and when it's a great film, it is an absolute rootin' tootin' miracle, and this one is just. I was knocked out when I watched it a couple of weeks ago. Right. It holds up. It's a modern film, even though it's, 20-something years old.
Yeah. I mean, it has done that rare thing where it jumps into the vernacular, it jumps into the dialects that we do, and obviously its legend looms large, so it is a great opportunity to really get some insight into it tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're darn tootin'.
Bill, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. Have a great time tonight in Philly, okay?
All right, folks. Have a great day. Thanks.
You got it. William H. Macy, everyone. How cool is that, man?
Great guy.
Love to hang out with him sometime. The stories, I mean, just amazing stuff. He's made so many good movies.
Listen, we talked about Mystery Men. I think that's another one where he's just terrific in it.
Yeah. Dude, I loved Wild Hogs. I know it was.
I loved Wild
Hogs.
It
was a really funny movie, and he's so good. He's the geekiest of all of them.
He's great in Seabiscuit. I mean, his role in that. But the other thing about Fargo is, and Casey turned me on to the TV show, which wouldn't have existed without the movie. It's such a messed up story, but it's so compelling. And the movie's great, and the TV series is great too.
So you mentioned him not existing. It wouldn't exist without him. Well, this event wouldn't exist without our next guest who's in front of us right now. He is the head of Philly Sports Trips. We would like to welcome Mr. Vince Rizzuto.
Good morning, everyone.
Nice to see Vince.
Great to be here.
I would like to commend you, sir, on your operations. We went to the game yesterday, and we met all these fine people who were here this morning who were people who purchased the trip through you guys. And, man, do you take care of, I guess we'll call them your clients. You guys take amazing care of these people. Congratulations to you.
It's a great responsibility, but I can't take the credit.
Yeah.
Bob Cavanaugh, my business partner right behind me, sold me on spring training. He's been
Really?
coming down for 20 years.
Nice.
So
Well, listen. So to spell this out, what happened yesterday? We went to the ballpark and we're doing our live broadcast, and slowly people are trickling in. And eventually, we found out that Vince was there, and we were going to go meet up with him and the people that came part of this spring training trip. And so Nick informs us to go to the suite area, and we roll in, and it is gorgeous. The suite is catered and beautiful, and some of the best seats in the house. And we start talking to people who bought the package. They were like, we didn't know we were going to be in a suite for this thing.
It was a surprise.
Did you surprise them? Did you hold back that information on purpose?
surprise and delight. That's our motto.
Dude, it was so cool. And I'm sure they saw the tickets. They're like, we're up on the upper level. How come we aren't close to the field? And then they get into this awesome air-conditioned, beautiful suite with seats outside, too, of course. And it was the perfect setup. So nice job, man.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Explain just for people who are not familiar from Jump, what exactly. So if someone says that seems interesting, how do they go about getting on board with this?
Sure. Yeah. PhillySportsTrips.com. We have all of our trips there. But essentially, it's from the very beginning. The trip starts now for next year.
Right.
We do the flights, the hotels.
Everything.
We have the headquarters here at Coco's Crush Bar, transportation to the games, meet and greets. It's
And
the whole thing. You're part
everything.
of the family the whole time.
Love it.
So if like I started planning a trip that I was taking that I'm taking with my son, and I handle every little last detail, and it takes up so much time and effort to get all the details together. This you send over that amount, and then you just sit back and you are good to go, man, because you guys cover everything.
And we've seen it in practice. We've seen the execution. We've seen the smiling faces. And we were talking, Vince, about this. You're setting in motion memories for years to come. And you have some, to see the people can't fake it when they're having a blast, and they were having a blast. And so kudos to you and the organization.
Really appreciate that, guys. I mean, I have to mention how tough it's been to get here for spring training. 2020 was our first spring training trip.
Oops.
Bob
COVID.
welcomed everyone
Yeah.
into Clearwater, said, hey, guys, welcome to Clearwater. While you were flying, they canceled baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next year, 2021, 10% capacity in the stadium. We still did a trip.
Okay.
The next year was the lockout.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Last year was a normal year,
Yeah.
except there was red tide and we couldn't go on the beach.
Oh, my God.
So we needed Preston and Steve to come down here to have a
There you
normal
go.
spring
Yeah.
training.
We brought you a win.
We
Fifth
took care
year's the
It
charm.
takes a village, Vince.
I can't say enough good things about you, Vince, your team, your sister Julia, your brother Nick. I've gotten to know you guys, and what you're buying when you do any one of these things is not a ticket to a ball game. You're buying an experience. You're buying peace of mind, because you know that when you hand over some dollars to you, everything's going to be taken care of in an incredible fashion. So I want to ask you two questions, but I wanted to point out just how incredible you guys are, and I'm grateful to you and John Brazier of the Phillies and Glenn Such, the proprietor of Coco's Crush, because you guys have made all of this for us incredibly easy and seamless, and so we're grateful for that. What trips do you have coming up, and what else is on the horizon for Philly sports trips?
Man, there's so much coming up. It's hard to kind of think about. We'll have a trip to Germany next week. We do soccer trips.
Oh, nice.
The Phillies play in London this summer, if you haven't heard. So there's going to be thousands of fans out there in London. We have a good group. We're going to Brazil in the fall for the Eagles.
You just went and scouted that, did you not?
We actually ran a trip here from March 1st to 4th, and I left here with my team, and we scouted Brazil.
When you say we're going to Brazil, do you mean the collective we, the Preston and Steve Show we?
That's not my decision, but, man, you guys can come anytime, anywhere.
And go ahead, Casey.
No, I was going to say what's really cool about your business and your business plan is that in the future, like as time goes by, you develop relationships in all these other cities, and that is only going to help your business and the delight of your clients over the years. You know what I mean? Like, because you've been at this for a little less than 10 years. You've already built a really, really great name for yourself, but as the time goes by, it's just going to get better.
We're trying to make the experience better.
Yeah.
I mean, and when you go to a new city, you don't just want to go to the ballpark or to the stadium. You want to experience that culture of that city.
So you have like a boat trip tomorrow, or like
We have a dinner cruise tomorrow.
Yeah.
not everyone knows, but I'll say it now. But we have Larry Boa coming here tonight.
Hey,
He's going to be on the same
Dude.
stage.
really?
Charlie Manuel will be here on Sunday morning. So,
Oh,
so these are the
awesome.
types of things that we want
And
that
you're
the
doing
fans
it-
deserve.
An alligator watching party on Sunday.
I know where
you
to
won't
send
be
you.
here yet.
And you never know who will show up because I see out of the corner of my eye, Hollis Thomas just showed up. Hollis comes strolling in.
I was just going to ask you about him. I didn't even realize he was over there. I was going to ask what he does with you guys.
Yeah, Hollis
my
is our
God.
trip ambassador. He actually went to every Eagles away game with us this past season, and he's a fan favorite. When he called me, I was like, Hollis Thomas is calling me. What's going on? But he's not only a former player. He knows the game so well, but he also knows the fan experience. So having Hollis as part of this has been incredible.
Good to see you.
Let's
man.
officially welcome him, Hollis Thomas, on our microphone. Hey, man.
Good morning, fellas. How you guys doing?
We're good. How you?
I'm pretty good. You guys are not going to get me in trouble this time.
Oh, wait, we're going to be good. I'll tell you this. You were working that room yesterday.
I am.
The hand is out. You are talking to everybody. You are the perfect ambassador for this.
Thank you. You know what? The funniest thing is in getting to Vince, I learned a lot from the fans, and all they want to do is ask questions that they feel. Sometimes you hear questions asked, but you want your questions asked. And it's like it takes nothing just to stop and say what's up to make. You don't know what you may be doing. You're making that person's day, or you don't want to be that jerk that they talk about. Give them the jerk experience. How many people how many times have you met somebody that you revered and they turn out to be a complete and utter jerk?
Yeah, no, you're exactly right.
I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah,
You're not. Don't worry, you're
the
not.
Antithesis, because you're right, and a lot of people forget that. If you're, it's their time to be with you. It's
Right.
it's that time. It's
Right.
their time. So you always have a smile. And we've actually working with Pierre Robert back at WMMR for years. You learn how he interacts with people, and that's what sets you apart. There are people who've done things similar to this who are not as good as you are.
Thank you,
and you know that. Yeah.
Well, the other part too is like it takes nothing to stop and say what's up to somebody.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you're forgetting who butters your bread.
Yeah.
It's like without the people, you're nothing.
Yeah, it's true. It's absolutely true.
You have the greatest job, dude. You get
Thanks,
to, you get
appreciate
to,
you.
you get to come and hang out and
Well, I
awesome
got-
locations.
I got what you guys got suspended, man. Nah,
He said he hung out with us and got
I got,
suspended.
that was a long time ago. I love doing you guys' show. You always
Thanks.
you give it's fun.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Are you? What are you doing down here besides obviously hanging out with these guys? You try and branch out a little bit, and you know you got some friends down this way or anything?
Well, my buddy Bobby Williams, he will be here. Bobby Williams, former guard. He has a house down here between here and Jersey, and he partied with us last year. He said he's going to stop by again
Nice.
to say what's up to everybody, and just some friends here and there, but mostly hanging with the people. We're going to the Phillies games, buddy.
Yeah.
Hollis, we were talking a little bit yesterday. Talk about the podcast with Irving Fryer that you're
Right.
working on.
Oh yeah, I literally done that podcast last night. It's called Vetted. We both played at Veterans Stadium, and we're both veterans of the game. So we used this past season. We had every other Thursday we had Brian Dawkins on. We had something called Dawk Talk, but we just do all things birds, and it's a good back and forth because even though I think it's his 10th or 12th year when Irving got here. And it was my first year when he got here, and we became good friends and stuff. And I coached with him when he was at Robbinsville, and he said, "Hey, I got this venture. We'd be perfect for it." And it's a great show. It's on Thursdays. You can get it on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. It's called Vetted. It's on A2D Radio.
Was there anything that you liked about Veterans Stadium back in the day, as far as the facilities itself went?
Well, I had this conversation once on the morning show. The only thing that you miss is we shared the locker room and the showers with the Phillies. And when I got there was this giant red chest. Everybody knows about the giant red chest because back then porn was not as accessible as it is now at your fingertips. It's like, so you had to, but there was one key thing that you had to do. If you took it out, you had to put it back in. No pun intended.
Yeah.
And they encourage you to add to the collection.
Yeah.
Don't just be a taker. Be a giver.
Be a giver.
Yeah.
Please.
But but you had to realize, coming from Northern Illinois as an undrafted free agent, and then you go in the bathroom, and we used to call the bathroom the office because you go in there, you do some reading. So you go in there, and I'm like, what's that? He's like, just read the box. And I opened it up, and it was all the best magazines. Those guys who are my age and older know that you had to be a secret agent. Yeah. Everybody's got that uncle, that single uncle who was not old as your parents or the rest of the siblings, who you went in his room and you found the girly magazine.
Oh,
Yeah. Hey, Preston,
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Do you have your travel porn on you by any chance?
Oh, no, I didn't bring it this time, unfortunately.
So yeah, we have our stash as well. I remember clearly. I was screwing around in my parents' bedroom, and just on the off chance, I lifted up the mattress, and ooh, there's Dad's collection.
Well,
wow.
It's a funny way that I found my dad's collection. It was staying home because I was sick from school, and so the parents had to go to work. So I was in their room, and I noticed it was back then with a VCR.
Yeah.
And so not to get caught, you make sure you put the counter on 0.
Yes.
So because if they come back and it's not in the place that they seen, somebody I'm the oldest too.
Yeah.
So they know that you're just looking for trouble.
Did you live in fear? Because it would happen with those is that the tape would get stuck.
Oh,
good.
Yeah.
This was a little bit before the tape started getting stuck, and it was literally we had 2 VCRs. We had one in my parents' room and one in the living room for everybody to watch. And it kind of makes sense now. The one in their bedroom.
Yeah, right. It does make sense now.
It makes sense.
That wasn't the living room one. Yeah.
You don't need one in their bedroom. We have one in the living room.
But I almost got caught because my brother. I have a younger brother. He lives in Philly too. Everybody thinks he's me sometimes, but he was at home by himself, and so I come home and say, so my mom was pissed.
Yeah.
She said, "Who's been watching these movies?" I was like, "Oh God, I wasn't even home," and so I had to come clean. I was like, "I watched them before, but I didn't do it this time," and I knew it was him because he wouldn't think to hit all the zeros, so you can rewind it back to all the zeros, so it's right where they left it at.
He didn't know, but you didn't impart that secret to him.
Well, yeah, I didn't know that he had got to that point yet.
One could say it was entrapment on your part.
Well, no, it's the being the master of yourself. You know the rest. That's a personal thing.
Yeah.
Some people's like, I want to watch. It's like, no, my private time.
Oh my God! But it's so great you come along and you hang out with the crew, part of Philly Sports Trips, man. It's a cool gig. Good.
Yes,
for you.
it is. Great.
Nice.
Great.
Excellent.
How you guys been doing?
We did do
good.
Terrific.
Good.
This honestly the spring training thing has been such a revelation for me, and I keep saying it only because I want to incite other people who might be reticent. I used to think years ago that it was okay. This is this local thing. I didn't realize this becomes Philadelphia South,
yes,
and that everybody you know is here,
yes,
and everything that you're familiar with is here, except the weather's better.
Yeah.
That
is, the funny thing is you say that is because last year was my first year coming with them. I went with the other station, but I didn't get to roam around as freely as I did with them. And I was like, oh, I saw a Wawa. I saw a dude making real cheesesteaks. It's not that crap you get from this. We're going to put green onions in. Oh, what are you doing? That's not a Philly cheesesteak. And it's just like you said. I was like, it's Philly South. Yeah. Actually, Wilbur Montgomery's here too. He's not here right now.
Yeah.
He lives down as well. I just thought about it because I texted him yesterday. But you get to see some of the older guys who migrate to the South.
So what's the most Florida thing you do while you're here?
Pretty much what I'm doing right now. You see, I have on the tank top and the shorts and no socks. This is the most Florida thing I do. I talked with these two yesterday. He was going gator hunting or something.
He found one.
I was like, all I'm going to do is I was like, I will go on the beach. I was like, I'm not getting the water because most shark attacks happen on that smorgasbord in Shallow.
Wait, what did you say? Either you vacation or you what?
Either you vacation or you're an adventurer.
Yeah.
And he's an adventurer. Those people who like to go through when you go on a vacation, it's like, hey, let's do an excursion. No.
You're so funny for mentioning that because I remember years ago as a kid, people, I remember this. This is a shark expert on the TV, and he says, most people get attacked in only 3 or 4 feet of water. And it was only later on in life that I realized, where are most people?
Yeah, exactly.
3 or 4 feet of water.
4 feet of water.
Yeah.
In the smorgasbord.
I had to tell him that I was like, I'm the person that's going to record your demise. You need a good storyteller from the sand.
Somebody's got to tell your story. Absolutely. All right. Well, listen, we got to take a break, guys. But Vince, thank you for everything you've done.
Guys.
PhillySportsTrips.com, by the way. Hollis Thomas, the ambassador. We're going to take a break and we'll come back. We are at Coco's Bar and Grill, Crush Bar and Grill. We'll be right back. Stay with us. They're planning for like a full day party here at Coco. So even if you're, say, like an hour away or whatever, come on out here, man. When we're done with the show, this party continues on.
Yeah, they're setting up the band, setting up right here in the parking lot. They got the whole thing set up really solidly.
Yeah, the Ashley Lux Band is
Yes.
going to be playing, I can see. So we're
Freeform jazz experiment.
Well, I don't know about that.
All right.
We'll have to see. But nonetheless, we got a lot of good people here this morning. And Kathy, I have the official Crush
Menu?
bingo card here.
Oh, the bingo card.
So you can mark everything off, and there are, I counted them, 15 different types of crushes.
Oh, gee, I better start now.
Yeah, you might as well get rolling on this now. Let me see. What are we doing here? Are we going to talk to Glenn at this point?
Oh, I thought
Connoisseur first. and then-
Oh, we'll do Connoisseur first?
Yeah.
All right, you want to do that? And by the way, we've decided, I was having a little side chat with Marissa. We're going to do the Connoisseur and talk about all things food. And normally we play movie clips that are food related, and we take phone calls of people who guess. Today, we're going to do all our winners right here with you guys. So,
There you go. How about that?
It's a new way to do the connoisseur.
here's what we're going to do. When we play the clip, if you know what movie it's from, you raise your hand, and I'll just pick one of you guys, all right?
Yeah.
Case?
I also need to add that there are a few people here that live here. Probably don't raise your hand if you know the answer because the prizes that we have to give away are
Are all
for
for
events
Philadelphia.
that are happening in Philadelphia.
Okay,
That's right.
that
Oh,
makes sense.
and let me do this, by the way. Anybody from Delaware County here this morning? Wow.
Yes.
Surprising few. I was talking to some Delco crew over there, and they were all excited. How about Bucks County?
Wow, Bucks in the
we
lead
might
so
have
far.
more.
Yeah.
We won again, guys.
I don't think so.
All right, wait a minute.
We did.
Now, Montgomery County never gets love. Anybody from Monco? Yes, you. All right. And how about Philly, huh?
Yeah.
Jersey?
But that's a whole state.
That's a whole state.
Pennsylvania! There we go.
Florida! Hey!
All right.
USA! USA!
All right. Let me start with our first. Let me start with our first story about food.
Delaware. Delaware.
Arkansas.
All right. Move over Cronuts and Cruffins. A new croissant mashup has taken over Paris, and it's called the Crookie.
The Crookie?
The Crookie. It's invented by Stephen Levard, and it is a cross between a chocolate chip cookie and a croissant.
Oh, he invented the crondom. Which is a
condom?
Yeah.
Which is a cookie and
You
condom?
place over your penis.
I had no idea. Levard experimented with the idea in 2022 by splitting croissants in half and adding chocolate chip cookie dough to it.
Henri, come in here quickly.
He had modest sales of about 100 per day until a TikToker, Johan Papas, had broadcast the cookie to his 1.3 million followers. And now Levard says that his bakers now work producing at least 1,500 of them a day.
That's insane. So we've had things like the cronut.
I thought the cronut was overrated. I had one, and I just thought it was pretty good. Nick, you looked like you wanted to kill me when I said that.
No.
Okay.
No,
You don't like food?
No.
no, I was thinking about pastries that I had earlier this morning.
Oh, my God.
And
Born and Bred is the name
Yeah.
of the place that this lovely gal named Britt brought us baked goods from, and those are some of the best pastries I've ever had.
I think you have to have Britt, though, come and display them. The professional setup was amazing.
Yeah.
and she drove an hour and a half and ordered them earlier in the week, so thanks, Britt.
Yeah, but I was never sold on the cronut.
So you don't like the biscuits. The biscuit woman that we had come in.
Biscuit lady. yeah.
She's finally opening her second place in Plymouth Meeting.
But I mean, a lot of them are very gimmicky, and you got to get something that really clicks. I agree on the cronut. I thought it was a little overblown.
All right, so this is the crookie.
Okay.
We'll see if we eventually get our hands on it. I don't know. All right, we're going to play a movie clip. And if you know what movie this food clip is from, raise your hand. If I call upon you, we'll have you come up to a microphone here in front to give us an answer. So, Jason, back in the studio, please play our first movie food clip.
Hey, you want a s'more? S'more what? No, you want a s'more. I haven't had anything yet. So how can I have some more of nothing? Shut up! You're killing me, Smalls.
I think that might have given away.
on.
All right, right down front here. Come up here. You're the first hand I saw go up. And tell us, please, sir, what movie that food clip is from?
The Sandlot.
The Sandlot. That is correct. Case, do you have the prizes, or do you know what we're going to give them?
This is what we're going to give you. We're going to give you a 4-pack of tickets to see Frozen live on March 22nd at the Academy of Music. For another chance to win a 4-pack of tickets, anybody listening right now, you can head to your local Rita's Water Ice and scan the QR code on the Frozen poster to enter. Frozen live at the Academy of Music. Catch the Tony-nominated Best Musical March 21st through the April 7th. Tickets and info at ensembleartsphilly.com.
Excellent. All right. So here's what we'll do. Nice job, bud. All right.
Yes.
So here's what we'll do. I'll play another clip, and we'll pick out a winner, and then you come up, and I'm gonna do our next story, and then we'll get the
Got
answers.
it.
I forgot
Okay.
we
Good
do
to
it
go.
that way.
Yeah.
All right. So Jason, play our next clip, please.
Are you gentlemen ready to order? Oh, we'll need a few minutes more, please. You look like a banker in this. Sorry, Rick. Those are the house rules. What's up? What are we gonna have? What language is this? French. You got chili dogs over there?
All right. I see that gentleman right there. Hang tight. We'll come back to you. Let me get to this next story
All right.
here.
Get that guy.
We'll go with this. Researchers insist, this is according to them, they have created the recipe for the perfect French fry.
Okay, so I'm a French fry aficionado, and I have very specific desires for my French fries.
Okay.
So what is this new incredible revolution?
Researchers insist that freezing cut potatoes and then frying them multiple times gives French fries the perfect crunch to them. So
you know who suggested this? Bobby Flay.
yes. Well, he had told us the kill the music.
Yeah, kill the music.
He had told us
Yeah, kill it.
that French fries are a real pain in the ass.
Yes.
He said to do them right, a lot of people think you just cut the potatoes and then you throw them in the fryer. He said, no, there are a lot of things that you have to do to get a really good French fry.
You got to blanch them?
So it's more than that. No, you don't blanch them. You
Sophia.
you rose them.
Yeah.
Now, for the best possible result, scientists insist upon russet potatoes cut 7 centimeters long and 1.2 centimeters wide, or
shut up.
2.7 by 4.7 inches. The rest of the process involves boiling the cut potatoes with 2 tablespoons of vinegar. So you know what, Casey? Yeah, I guess you do blanch
You
them.
are blanching, all right.
And then you freeze the potatoes for an hour.
That seems like a lot of work.
Yeah, well, that's what I said.
Yeah,
It's a real pain in the ass. Then you fry the potatoes twice. Once at 325 degrees,
No.
and then at 360 degrees. And that will create, apparently, the perfect French fry.
So on Instagram these days, these people are just like cutting the potatoes and then sticking them in an air fryer, and it seems to work. I'm not tasting that. Like I don't,
no.
I don't know what the texture's like, but
What place has your favorite French fries?
well, the place that I went to when I was taking Casey on college visit to Michigan, and they have a few of them out there. But it's the name of the restaurant is called Top Cat, and it's the best French fry I ever had in my entire life. Like the consistency was
Right.
good, crispiness. I also
Got
like
it.
I like them a little soggy. I don't mind that
I
at
hear
all.
you.
But the spices that they had on them. Oh
Preston,
my God,
yours
amazing.
is sexy fries?
But yeah, I mean, but that's so that's at Butcher and Barkeep in Harleysville. I mean, they put so much stuff on it.
Okay.
They're loaded fries, but just a basic
basic fry.
fry on itself, man, it depends on if I'm in the mood for shoestring fries. It depends on the style of cut. But honestly, and I know this is a little bit controversial, but because some people don't like waffle fries, but I like waffle fries. I like them. So kill me.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A's waffle fries have totally grown on me.
All right.
Yeah.
Very good.
You guys, Nick?
They
you're a
had to
fry
grow
fan?
on you?
Yeah, they had to grow on me.
Oh.
I like the sweet potato fries that they serve at Christopher's in Wayne, Pennsylvania.
Claire? I mean, I called you my
Claire.
wife. Kathy?
Claire.
Claire
Well,
likes
Dennis.
those, yeah. Kathy, make love to me.
No.
Go ahead.
I will
your
not.
favorite French fry?
I don't know. I just like a good regular traditional fry, but it has to be made well. They have to be a little bit bigger, not the shoestring.
Ready for me to twist your melon?
Yeah.
The couch tomato has in Mannion has my
Fries?
favorite French
Are they
fries.
sweet
Really?
potato?
Regular. They came out of left field, and I'm like,
Really?
Where have you been all my life? I literally will rub them on my crotch.
I love the shoestring fries, but the problem is you have to take like a whole bunch of them at the same time.
Not a problem.
And then you dip them in the but you lose a
For
lot.
your giant mouth.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Nick eats the way a great white eats.
Yeah, Nick doesn't have a mouth; he has a maw.
Yeah.
You have to see food go in there. It's like it doesn't touch the side. Like his mouth is so
Do you ever
big.
see when the chick in Coneheads eats that
Yeah.
hoagie?
Yeah, the sandwich.
Yeah,
Yep,
the
that's how it
sandwich.
is.
Only
Yeah.
my mother ate a sandwich.
Yeah.
So So
get Nick some food right now.
apparently, the lead researcher said the balance between oil absorption and water evaporation determines the crispiness, and the high heat promotes a more efficient Maillard reaction.
All right.
Maillard?
Don't
Like
know.
a duck?
Like a duck, yeah.
So what is your favorite? And not like dipping sauce that's concocted, right? So you can't say like a Chick-fil-A sauce. It's got to be standalone. Besides ketchup, what will you?
Aioli.
Aioli.
Yeah. So
Chick-fil-A sauce.
so I'm. But
No,
to
but
be
not a
honest,
Chick-fil-A sauce.
To be honest,
Yeah.
I prefer them naked, sans anything.
Because in college, I would eat them with blue cheese. I was awfully. I was pretty fat in college. No, but blue cheese. Believe it
Here
or not.
comes old fatty. Here comes old. Hey, how'd you get that big guy?
I like that. I like blue cheese, dipping it into blue cheese dressing. I used to like to dip it into ranch dressing a bit.
What did you call yourself earlier when you were talking about the alligator story? A fat idiot? Or
Yeah.
But you're not fat.
beating yourself
Yeah.
up.
I'm pretty fat.
So the aioli. Do you like the aioli a bit?
What's in an aioli?
I don't know.
It's mainly
Yeah.
mayonnaise.
Okay.
Yeah, it's mayonnaise and usually with some garlic, maybe salt and pepper, something like that. But it's or whatever light spice you want to throw in there. You can throw some rosemary in or something like that. But it's essentially just mayonnaise.
There are places. What is the place now that is really pretty much all French fries is their main thing? It is their main selling
Like
point.
boardwalk fries?
That's been around for a long time.
Curly's fries on the
Curly's, yum.
the
Is that down?
boardwalk.
Oh, okay.
That's
But
the one-
Wait, we still have to go to you guys because they don't transfer well.
Yeah.
But the French fry board at Gypsy Saloon in West Conchie is like
All right.
incredible.
Okay.
I mean, it's
That-
for like an entire table.
Let's
You can't
broadcast
go
from
and
there
just,
on Monday.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to say something that probably will piss some people off, but I think that Chickies and Pete's crab fries are way overrated.
Wow.
They're just basically salty fries.
I will tell you
people-
this.
Yeah? All right. There's two people that agree with me here. People wait in a long line for those crab fries. I'm getting a round of applause.
Wow, actual applause.
That's right.
Wow, why you
Preston on
Chickies
line
hater.
2, we have Pete Shiraki.
Yeah, our friend Pete.
I love
Pete's.
I just think I don't get
All right, it's not your
firmly
flavor.
disagree.
Yeah,
I'm with you,
I
Steve.
used to hate the idea. I thought it was stupid when I got here, and we used to do our calendar release parties at Chickies, and I would not eat for 2 days because I'm such a fan of them.
I'll do a happy medium. I like them, but I don't need to stand in line for a half hour to get them.
Right.
No, I don't
Exactly
stand.
what I mean?
I wouldn't
Yep.
stand in a line for a kidney transplant.
Right.
No, but I've had them enough where I'm like, I don't have to wait in line for these fries. I'll find another time where I can get them.
The best part of them is the cheese sauce. So I would wait in line for that.
I don't use the cheese sauce.
What?
Oh,
What?
you're missing
don't.
out.
I like the cheese sauce. All right, let's see if somebody knows the answer to this movie. Jason, can you play that clip again real quick, please? All right, he's got to reset it. He didn't know we were going to play it again. Let's do this one more time just to remember what clip it was. Go for it.
Are you gentlemen ready to order? Oh, we'll need a few minutes more, please. You look like a banker in this. Sorry, Rick. Those are the house rules. So, what are we gonna have? What language is this? French? They got chili dogs over there?
All right, let's see if you know. What's your name, by the way?
Joey,
All right, Joey, what movie?
Major League.
Major League. That is correct. Absolutely. All right, in case, what are we going to give? Joey.
We're going to give him that same 4-pack of tickets to see Frozen live on March 22nd at the Academy of Music. And for another chance to win a 4-pack of tickets, you can just head to your local Rita's Water Ice and scan the QR code on the Frozen poster to enter. And by the way, at the Academy of Music, you can catch Frozen live March 21st through April 7th. And tickets and information are at ensembleartsphilly.org.
All right, let's play another clip, Jason, if you will. Cue one up, and this is to see what movie this food clip is from. Here we go.
Now on the field, we can serve our energy. On the road, we can serve our food. Food? Everywhere we go, there's free food. Well, this cake, for example. Now, I wrap it up in my vomit bag, I take it back to the hotel, put it on ice, and in the morning, voila! Breakfast!
Okay. The guy is half raising his hand, so come on up here, and I'll go through another story while we see if we can figure out what that was. By the way, I don't know the answer to these.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
don't know that one either.
So here we go. Here's another food story for you for the connoisseur. The Colonial Room at the Drake Oak Brook is offering something unique for experience-seeking diners. For a limited time, the iconic hotel is offering a luxurious upgrade version of their signature Bookbinders soup.
Okay. Is Bookbinders even around anymore?
Not in Philly.
No,
Okay.
but they prepare it with one of the world's most prestigious spirits, which is Louis XIII cognac, as well as other lavish flourishes. So this soup
What does it go for?
will cost you $1,893.
And I'm out.
For a bowl of soup.
What the
What's that?
Drake in Chicago?
This is the Colonial Room at the Drake Oak Brook. So I think it might be the Drake in Chicago. But the Louis XIII cognac in place of the traditional dry sherry is the big deal. The dish is served with red snapper flown in fresh from the Gulf of Mexico. Each time the soup is ordered, it's garnished with gold flakes and Ostrava caviar.
It's craft cheese.
Acerta caviar. The general manager, Sarah Brand, is all about looking ways to elevate the experiences and trying it with brands that are opulent.
You guys ever had caviar?
Yes.
And?
It's very salty.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's really salty.
And there are people who love it. Let me ask you, what is the ceiling, Preston, on what you would pay? Because you are a bit of you have a cultivated palate. You like what you like.
Yep.
What is the ceiling on what you would pay for a meal or a particular thing?
I mean,
Where do you say no? This is not going to happen.
like for one plate, like
Yeah.
one dish,
One
one
entree.
main
Right.
entree, man. Because sometimes if you go to like a chef, a famous chef's restaurant,
Sure.
you're going to get these outrageously priced things. Like if it's getting near $100, I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
know?
come on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I will, just to taste whatever that thing is that you need to try at Barclay Prime or whatever, wherever you're going.
You can always
to.
go around back to the dumpster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dig in
They'll
there.
eventually throw it out.
But that's if it were a special night, even to consider a meal like that, then I would top out.
I think that's I mean,
Yeah.
because come on, this is ridiculous.
For my son's 21st birthday, Parker, we went to a Gordon Ramsay restaurant and he got a filet and it was like a $95 filet. I'm like, look, it's his birthday.
Yeah.
No big deal. He whooped that thing down in like 30 seconds. Like, didn't take time to savor it at all.
Yeah.
And just ate it like it was,
Hey,
a
how
burger.
was that? What?
What? Yeah.
So this is a branch of the Drake Hotel. The original Drake is in downtown Chicago. This is right outside of Chicago in the Chicago burbs.
By the way, it's from the original recipe created by Samuel Bookbinder in 1893 in Philadelphia, this snapper soup. They originally made it with snapping turtle, but they don't do it anymore because
Too many fingers lost.
no, you're not supposed to kill turtles and whatnot. So, but they
I just killed one in my room last night.
They kill the fish, the snapper, and use that instead.
Saw a turtle yesterday too.
Did you see a snapping turtle?
I don't know what I asked.
Was
the
it a
kid.
turtle or was it a hubcap?
No, it was totally a turtle. I saw it had a bunch of like algae on its shell and stuff, but yeah, saw a turtle.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to have this, it's going to cost you almost $1,900
crazy.
for snapper soup. All right, let's play that clip again, Jason, and see if we can identify the movie. Go for it.
Now on the field, we can serve our energy. On the road, we can serve our food. Food? Everywhere we go, there's free food. Well, this cake, for example. Now, I wrap it up in my vomit bag, I take it back to the hotel, put it on ice, and in the morning, voila! Breakfast!
All right, what's your name, by the way?
Dan.
Dan is wearing a classic Y100 shirt
love
here
it,
this morning, festival shirt. All right, what movie, Dan?
The Rookie of the Year.
Yes!
It was Daniel Stern.
I was way off.
Yeah.
By the way, what do you
I
think it
thought
was?
A Beautiful Mind.
A Beautiful Mind? No, that's not it. All baseball movies, by the way. Marissa set this whole
okay.
thing up. All right, we'll just do one more. What are we going to give him?
We're gonna give him the Frozen stuff.
All right, the Frozen stuff. Very good.
Yeah, which is basically
Blah blah blah.
that.
blah. EnsembleArtsPhilly.com.
All right, so we're going to do one more clip, and then we have some guests to talk to. So, Jason, roll the next clip, please.
Hey, Engelbert,
What?
there's chocolate all over this ball.
Look, Mr. Buttermaker, quit bugging me about my food. People are always bugging me about it. My shrink says that's why I'm so fat. So you're not doing me any good, so let's quit it.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to go with you. Philly Sports Guy did raise his hand first.
Yeah.
But he's around all the time with us. So get up here. Yeah, you. Get your ass up here. All right, we're going to get the answer in just a moment. In the meantime, another quick food story, and then we will move along. I'll go with this one. We have Easter coming up soon.
Yes.
And Honey Baked Ham has released their Easter menu highlights.
Now, you're a fan. I am not.
I like 'em.
I effing hate ham like that.
Really?
Hate it. However, I love deli ham.
Okay.
Cut thinly.
What is it
thinly
about?
sliced.
What is it about these types of hams you don't like?
I hate the taste.
Okay.
And I know that shouldn't be, but I the whole idea of the honey glazed or honey baked ham, I hate it.
It's the only kind of ham I like.
Do bones bother you at all? Because a lot of times they come with the.
Did last night. You know? No. You know what? No,
Okay.
It's just a general taste, and I don't know why that is because it's essentially the same.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I hate it.
All right, so they have the signature honey baked ham meal, which is the bone-in ham coated with honey baked signature glaze, and then you get a choice of 4 heat and serve sides, or you get the meal, which gets the ham and it's paired with a selection of 4 heat and serve sides. And the take and bake ham and cheddar biscuits. Ooh, that sounds good. 8 Southern-style buttermilk biscuits, generally filled with honey-baked ham and cheddar cheese, complemented by savory garlic, herb butter, and sweet honey-glazed sauces. I have done this. We usually make our own ham, but I've done the honey-baked ham thing before. It's really good.
So, I used to visit, my dad obviously in Texas, and those honey, what are those stores that are the honey, is it honey bake or
Honey baked, yeah. Honey baked ham.
There would be lines.
Yes. Yeah.
Lines
Yeah.
out the door for these things.
Well, if you don't like the ham, what do you like to have for Easter as a main, or do you guys do an Easter meal?
We what we do is it'll turkey or chicken or something like that, or it's not as regimented as the other holidays.
Yeah.
We tend to just sit around and read from the Bible.
Oh,
I think.
okay.
No, it's nothing's. But I know that's the standard. Ham is the standard.
Yeah,
go-to, right?
it's kind of a go-to. Do you guys do a special Easter
Yeah, my
meal?
mom does Easter dinner with the full-on ham and pineapple on top and the whole nine. Yeah, it's fun.
Okay.
Speaking of pineapple, dude, my mother-in-law makes a pineapple. It's casserole, but it's not a I mean, it's basic, Kathy. It's not casserole. It's got the word.
No thanks.
But really, it's basically like pineapple bread pudding.
At least you're giving it a shot.
Sounds disgusting.
Yeah.
No.
You don't like pineapple?
No, casserole.
Okay.
It's not a casserole. It's not a casserole.
It's gross. It sounds awful.
It's bread pudding.
Yeah.
Right?
You called it pineapple casserole.
By the way, I'm looking at the list of crushes here at Coco's, and I don't see a pineapple crush on here. I think there needs to be a pineapple. Yeah, right?
Oh.
Who do we talk to? Do we know anybody who runs this place?
I think we do. We're going to have him on in just a moment. All right, let's play that movie clip and see if we can get a winner, and then we're going to move along. So, Jason, if you would, one more time, please.
Hey, Engelbert.
What?
There's chocolate all over this ball.
Look, Mr. Buttermaker, quit bugging me about my food. People are always bugging me about it. My shrink says that's why I'm so fat. So you're not doing me any good, so let's quit it.
All right.
Okay.
Who do we have here? What is your name?
This is Roz from Delco.
Roz from Delco.
Preston. Roz looks a little
And
bit like Kristen.
O'Hara, 85 graduate from O'Hara.
She looks like Kristen Herman a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
All right, what is the answer, please? What movie?
Bad News Bears.
That's correct,
Hey,
Engelbert. Yep, nice job. All right,
for you.
So congratulations.
Nothing on here.
Case, what's she gonna get?
She's going to get a 4-pack of tickets to see Frozen live on March 22nd at the Academy of Music. And that is running March 21st through April 7th, and tickets and information are at ensembleartsphilly.org.
All right, and that is going to be the end of the Connoisseur segment for now. Thank you. And we didn't even have our mini melts today, but we'll get that next week when we're back in the
man,
studio.
I miss my mini melts.
Casey, what? You were pointing at
I
something.
think maybe the Caribbean might be a pineapple-ish type of flavor.
For the crush, you're talking about the crush?
Yeah.
We can
Caribbean
find
crush?
out.
I don't know. We're going to get Glenn on in a moment. Who's our next guest? Who do we have up next?
From your Philadelphia Phillies broadcast.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, our friend Greg Murphy is here. Murph!
Hi, guys.
Nice to see you, sir.
Good to see you. Welcome to Clearwater.
Thank you. When did you get down?
I got down on February 14th.
Oh my God!
Yeah, so we've been here a little bit.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day. Yeah.
We were in a suite thanks to Philly Sports Trips yesterday, and I didn't know that you'd be calling the game, but they had the radio broadcast on, and all of a sudden I hear Greg Murphy's voice, and I'm like, we should get him on the show tomorrow. So
Yeah.
thanks for coming out.
Well, thanks for not turning me off. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was nauseating.
It was terrible. I know. Do
you travel with the team? Or are you going to across the state tonight for the night game?
So I'm not going tonight. We do travel down here. Scott Fransky and Kevin Stocker will be doing the trip tonight. So I'm off the hook. I'm going to play a little golf this afternoon and just enjoy myself. Yeah, but every road game down here, it's on the radio. So yeah, we're keeping busy.
That's very cool.
Somewhat.
It's awesome.
How many years you been doing this trip down here?
this is my 12th season with the Phillies, but before I joined the broadcast team, I was covering the team for various different organizations in Philly. So I've been coming down since about '94.
So you know Clearwater pretty well then?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
What's your favorite things around here outside of the ball game? I know you're working and you're busy, but you probably have some time to do some other things.
we have some free time. Golf is down here is wonderful, so we do play a little golf. All the great restaurants up and down the strip are terrific as well.
You do any alligator photography? Or is that,
No, I've skipped that. The most I do are the gator bites here at Coco's. That's what I do. But,
Greg, I wanted to ask you about other cities outside of Clearwater because the Phils tonight are in West Palm, which is where the Astros play. The only spring training I've ever been to is Blue Jays in Dunedin, and here in Clearwater. We're in Clearwater Beach now, but the Phils, their stadium's in Clearwater itself. What other venues are cool? And the second part of that question, do other fans come down the way that Phillies fans come down?
No, they do not. The Phillies fans, I mean, I don't need to tell you guys this, and I don't need to tell them this. The Phillies fans travel better than anybody.
Yeah.
It starts here in spring. Yeah, and it goes throughout the entire season, which is awesome. But, yeah, there's all kinds of – the ballparks down here are pretty cool. I think everyone's kind of stepped up their game. Baycare Ballpark is the best. It really is. It's off the charts. But I think everybody else has kind of seen the Phillies model and started to pick up their game a little bit. We were down in Fort Myers, which is about 2.5 hours south of here, not too long ago, a week ago, and they have Fenway South. Wow. So they have a ballpark down here that mimics Fenway Park.
Really?
The Green Monster.
It actually looks like it? Wow.
It looks like it in a very beachy, Florida kind of way. But they do have the Green Monster. All the dimensions of the ballpark are the exact same. So it's kind of cool.
When do you think this? Because I mean, again, as someone who is uninitiated in what was happening down here until recently, when did this push to make this not just a side interest but a main thing? Because it seems to me somebody said there's money on the table here.
Exactly.
And they're clearly going at it.
Yeah, I think spring training has always been a destination for some fans. The snowbirds come down and they're here, and then baseball comes down, and so it's something for them to do. But yeah, I would say maybe about 25 years ago, it started to change a little bit, and it started to be more of a destination, just for a week kind of thing, folks coming down. And that's what we see now. I mean, folks come in, they're here for a week, they come to a couple of games, they do the strip here in Clearwater Beach, they have a blast. They stumble back onto the airplane and they go home and they detox for a week back in Philly. We do that for 6 weeks. That's how we're rolling down here.
How does your golf game fare over those 6 weeks?
Well, it depends on what the night before was like, to be quite honest. So
what time's your tea time today?
We're at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Hey, you and I, are we joining forces this year?
I think we are, right?
You want to talk about this
Let's
real
do
quick?
it.
All right. Let everybody know what's going on.
Well, for our Families Behind the Badge, our Bend to the Shore bike ride each and every year. Casey and I have both been involved in that for a long time, and each had our own teams that this year are going to be joining forces.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that
wow?
Yeah, we're going to join forces. We're gonna kill the competition, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna take it down.
Well, you got tired of being dominated by Casey's team.
I did. Yeah. So I said, if you can't beat them, right? Isn't that the old adage? So it should be great, and all for a great cause, raising money for firefighters, police officers, first responders in and around Philadelphia. It's work that needs to be done. It's money that needs to be raised, and we're happy to do it.
And yes, it's a friendly competition, but it's all going to the same thing.
No, it's awesome.
Ultimately, it doesn't matter. So if anybody was on Team Murphy in years past, you want to join Team WMMR Rock and Rollers.
That's right.
And we're gonna
bring them over.
Yeah, I haven't been on my bike yet, but that's all right. I'll be
okay.
Yeah.
So Murph, I wanted to ask you one Phillies-related question. It was really cool to see Ranger Suarez pitching yesterday. He had a pretty long outing for spring training. He looked great. And my contention is we probably know what we're going to get out of Nola and Wheels this summer, Wheeler. But you don't always know what you're going to get out of Ranger Suarez. If he has the season that I think he can have, I think the Phils are sitting pretty come September. What are your thoughts?
I would agree with you, and I would add one more person to that list. It's Christopher Sanchez, who will probably be our number 4 starter, right? So, Ranger number 3, and then Christopher Sanchez, a kid that came on the scene last year and was absolutely terrific. I mean, he settled down that rotation midway through the season and was really good. He's got another year under his belt. He's mature. He's confident now in that role. So I think the two of them, Ranger and Christopher, might be the difference makers this year. Because I agree. You know what you're going to get with Wheeler. You know what you're going to get with Nola. They're going to be great at the top of the rotation. But at those two guys, and then Taijuan Walker's your number 5. That's a pretty good rotation for the Phillies. So there's reason for optimism around this team. I mean, obviously they've been really good the last couple of seasons, but there's no reason to think they won't be right back there and doing it.
I
You're
swear to
giggling.
God,
What's that?
I'm trying to bite my tongue on my optimism because I don't want to jinx anything. I don't want to be overly optimistic.
Yeah.
But I feel really good about this season.
Well, the last time I was on with you guys was the morning of Game 6 back in October when the Phillies were taking on Arizona, and I all but guaranteed a win in Game 6, and I think I bet my mortgage that we'd win either Game 6 or 7.
Right.
And we did not. Yeah, exactly.
Well,
So I'm with you.
You know what though? Larry Boa was saying yesterday. He was saying he talks about the depth. He talks about the importance of leap years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go with that. All right.
Listen, this is a really top to bottom, a really strong roster, right? Offensively, defensively, like pitching, really, really good. The only thing is, so does Atlanta and so does LA. So I mean, so it doesn't take anything away from what we have here in Philadelphia or Clearwater right now. But there are 2 other really, really solid teams, and it just sucks that they're both in the National League.
Yeah, and that is true. The Braves are a terrific team, and I would even I wouldn't count the Mets out, and I hate the Mets, but I wouldn't count them out. They may have a bounce back year, but there's no reason in the world the Phils can't get off to a good start and take that division because they are good
we're
enough
totally
for sure.
forgetting the importance of contact poison.
Yes.
On the ball.
Okay.
Yeah,
that'll work.
If we
By
have
the way,
to, we will.
I just want to address the jinx thing. There's no jinxing. Say it if you want to say it.
agree.
It's no big deal. And if you're wrong, you're wrong. It's I mean, it's
Who's
either
listening?
Nah, who the hell listens anyway? Listen, I want to switch gears on a moment for a moment on a personal note. Greg Murphy just got married a few weeks ago. How
I
about
did.
that?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we.
What was it like having sex for the first time?
It was everything I hoped it would be. You know. I mean, kind of quick, but whatever.
Yeah. It was slowing outside.
No, congratulations. That's cool.
Thank you.
So, and that was just like 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, we got married February 4th, 2424.
And then boom, then you turn around and you got to hit the road.
Hey, honeymoon in Clearwater, 3
So
weeks.
you have to get the honeymoon in because she's heading off to college, isn't she?
I'm not touching that one.
Yeah, don't.
Nice. No, but no, this is we're enjoying this trip, and no wonder people love coming down here every single year because it is a blast. It's a great
It
time.
really is. It's a beautiful place. The Phillies have been here for a long, long time. The relationship between the city and the team is awesome. And I mean, what better place to be in February and March than right here?
Yeah, and you get a really good close-up personal touch with the team because of the stadium, the way it's laid out.
Yeah.
It's such a great way to watch a ball game.
Yeah, and the guys are a lot more laid back down here, before going back north and really, business starts back in Philadelphia. But down here, they are approachable. It's a really good opportunity for fans to get a chance to meet your heroes kind of
Excellent.
thing. Yeah.
Dude, thanks for stopping by, Greg.
Hey,
we
thanks
appreciate
for having
it.
me. Good to see you
Excellent.
guys.
Greg Murphy from the Phillies on the Preston Steve Show this morning.
You know what I love? You look out into the crowd here, and everything filled in. And thank you everybody for listening. We said it's open to the public at 9, so people started showing up around 9. But you see all the Philly shirts, but you see a ton of Preston and Steve shirts out.
Lots of them.
Yeah.
Lots of
I
MMR
appreciate
and Preston
that.
and Steve shirts. Oh,
Yeah.
nice boobs, brother. Hold on.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Flip it down first. What does it say on the front? He's got. Oh, okay. He's got. I don't know what that.
Aaron Gobralis.
Aaron Gobralis, and then he flips up his shirt, and you got bare boobs. That's a great shirt.
Yes.
That's great.
But I see a privileged shirt over there. Oh, and I have to point out, I didn't know he was going to show up. But Steve Morrison's long-lost brother is right over there. Yeah, you bald dude. Yeah, come over here. Come over here. For a second, Steve.
You thought it was me?
The way he turned his head, I'm like, how did Steve end up over there? And
Did you think this was an omen that I was about to die?
yeah, something like that. But no, thanks for coming out, bud.
Yeah,
he looks a
good
lot,
to see you,
he's got a
By the way,
similar
I like
vibe.
your shades. Those are very cool. Yeah.
And yeah, I see a number of MMR shirts, and yeah, this is
No
a
Sad Bros.
lot of love here. So we appreciate. Thank you for the no
big
sad bro
Yeah,
shirt.
nice.
All right, so are we going to talk to our next guest? Is Glenn ready? Or yeah, I thought we'd pop him on. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the owner of this particular establishment, Glenn Such.
How you doing, guys?
Nice. We're doing well. Glenn, how you doing?
Oh, my God. What a weekend so far, right? Way to kick it off.
Yeah,
Most
amazing.
definitely. All right, hold on. Your sunglasses are up on top of your head with the headphones.
You're going to have a concussion.
There you go. We'll move those. So
Man dies in sunglass accident.
No, it's fantastic. We've been having a blast, and obviously this whole group has as well. And Coco's, you guys team up with Philly Sports Trips for this stuff?
Absolutely.
Love it.
Vince's team, first class.
Yeah.
Are they unbelievable? The show that they put on, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
We knew that obviously everyone had spoken highly of them, and we had an object lesson in how they treat their clientele over this trip. And yesterday especially, it's just amazing to see. So we've been lavishing warranted praise on them. But kudos to you and your establishment here and what you guys set up.
Thank you.
Obviously, everything's kind of on top of each other, but you make it like a resort vibe here.
That's the culture. Yeah, chill tiki party vibe. That's what we're all about. That's what we like to be.
I didn't know that we were going to be outside. I thought that we were going to be broadcasting on the other side of the restaurant. But the tent looks great. I do have a quick question. Why don't you have any orange crushes in your hand right now? Because Kathy and I are thirsty.
Yeah, that is a problem. We can get some out here stat right now. We got done about 4 a.m. last night, and so my hands are a little shaky right now.
Is spring break going on by any chance?
Spring break, just a little bit, man. It's crazy down here.
It's incredible hours, man. We had a Zoom call with you on air, and you talked about this signature drink that has exploded down here. Are you even amazed at the response to it?
Yeah, unbelievable. I couldn't get over it. Just to be honest with you, I was driving from Orlando to Clearwater Beach when we started this thing, and I'm like, what the hell am I going to do with this bar?
Yeah.
And it kind of just dawned on me. I said, I'm riding by. Florida's known for 2 things: cattle and citrus. And I'm like, well, I can't do anything with a cow.
Right, yeah.
So I think I got something to do. And being from Maryland, from the Philly, Pennsylvania area, it just made sense to let's cut an orange in half. We got some Florida oranges down here. Let's squeeze them and let's dump some alcohol in them.
Yep.
How many oranges did you say you go through in a season?
Well, we did over 100,000 orange crushes last year. So do the math a little bit. We do about 250,000 oranges. We're the largest buyer of them in Pinellas County. And at the game yesterday, my arm, I could not even have thrown a pitch if you'd paid it. I did 1,600 crushes at the game yesterday.
Jesus.
So my right arm is, thank God I'm left-handed, if you know what I mean.
Wait, from squeezing the oranges?
Yes,
you have
them
the handle you pull down to squeeze on it?
Yeah, we hand crank every single one of them.
Dude, you should look like Popeye at this point.
I should be all jacked on one side, but I'm not.
We were asking earlier if you had any pineapple flavored crushes, but we don't see any on your bingo card here. What's the Caribbean flavor?
That's rum. It's a fresh squeezed orange.
Okay.
And a lemon, and then we put some flavored rums in.
Okay. So, all right.
Yeah, so no pineapple.
No pineapples yet.
You know, a pineapple's pretty damn hard to get in that crush.
But you'll everything. Does every crush have orange in it?
Not all of them. Our
Okay.
tequila crush has fresh squeezed lime.
Okay.
So
all right, sure.
That's what Kathy wants.
yeah.
She'll have 2.
yeah.
And so, do you have a gurney for Kathy by any chance?
Hey, we're gonna go on that crush tour, and we're gonna have some fun, and we're not getting out of here until we're on Blackout Highway. How's that?
Nice. How many years? When did you first open this?
July 1, 2019.
2019.
Yeah, right there when COVID hit. Great.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
open
right.
up a bar. This sounds like fun.
That's right. And you have 2 of them now?
Actually, we have 3. We just
3.
opened up our 3rd location, Indian Rocks Beach. That's about 8 miles down.
Okay.
Right on Gulf Boulevard.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about the fact that listen, anything like this, a bar, a restaurant, anything like this is such an uphill challenge. And then you have something that clicks, but you have to work your ass off. But when you see people here like this, like your clients, people coming, having a great time, besides the actual financial benefit, is this what spurs you on to stay
Oh,
there?
without a doubt. You know, I'll sleep another time. This,
when you're dead.
for me, this is
Yeah,
right. I'll
yeah,
sleep when
yeah.
I'm dead. Who cares? This is what it's all about for me. See all these people out here?
Yeah.
Goosies.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. All right. So I know we covered the thirst, and we got to wrap here in just a second. But I'm hungry. What should I order?
Maryland jumbo lump crab cake.
Ooh.
Because being from Maryland, it's the real deal here.
Is it?
Sure.
Is it?
Okay.
Yeah, we actually
Okay.
get our blue crab meat shipped in from up in the Mid-Atlantic and bring it down. It's colossal jumbo lump that we use. So I would say that's our signature.
And it's
thing.
Friday, guys, so you can't eat meat on Fridays during Lent. So
Yep.
crabs is
So you do
good.
the crab thing?
Yeah, man.
Nice. All right, well, listen, dude, it is great to finally be here.
Hey, I gotta say, this is a really cool first year.
Yeah.
If you know where I'm
First
headed.
year.
This is a really cool first year.
I love it.
Yes.
You got it.
You like how I did that? You like how I did that?
Let's hear it for Glenn, everybody. Glenn Such. Before we take a break, I know I mentioned some of the shirts, and I just saw one that caught my eye here. I have to have you come over here real quick because she's wearing a shirt. We had Brendan Marsh on yesterday, and it says, "Marsh is wet, and so am I."
Yeah.
On her shirt.
Yes.
Of course, we know he wets down his hair. Did you create that, or did you get that from somewhere else?
A friend created it.
A friend created it.
Thank you,
Marsh
Gina.
is wet, and so am I. What is your name?
I'm Kelly.
And where are you from?
Harleysville.
From Harleysville.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
My area. That's
Uh-huh.
wonderful.
Are you single?
No.
Well, but she's wet.
Depends. Depends on where he is.
Yeah, not single, but wet. That's your other shirt.
I also have a pillow with his face.
Oh, my God.
Nice.
I
All right.
think it says sit here.
Well, thank you for wearing that today. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Are we having a good time so far this morning, gang? Yeah. Rococo's in Clearwater. We'll be right back on MMR. Stay with us. received its own page on TripAdvisor as well. But it is so remote that Terry Jones and Michael Palin attempted to conduct an interview at the entrance celebrating the film's 25th anniversary, but they got lost and they couldn't even find it.
They couldn't find it. Wow.
These are the guys that shot the movie there.
So
that's where the holy hand grenade and all that stuff, that whole scene.
Have you ever had any fascination with cave investigating or
No,
or
I mean,
spelunking or anything?
I've been in a few caves,
Yeah.
some with guides, others we just kind of wandered in there.
Have you ever been to Carlsbad?
No, I've never been to
Caverns?
Carlsbad. I've been to Mammoth Cave
Okay.
in Kentucky, which is the largest cave, I think the largest cavern in
Yeah.
the world. But they freak me out a little bit.
Yeah,
I'll be
they're
honest.
scary. We walked through one in the Grand Canyon, and you walk through it, and then we get to like basically the end, and everybody like turned their lights off. It was so dark, like it was insanely
it's
dark. I couldn't
pitch
see.
black.
I was putting my hand in front of my face. I
Yeah.
couldn't see anything.
Yeah, there was one time where you had to squeeze through
No way.
some spots, and I'm like,
Well, that's where they hold the "Who's Touching You" contest.
yeah, but no, I'll pass on that. I believe this is out of Florida. This might be a Florida man type story. I'm not sure. A man who was holding a chainsaw as he stood in the bed of a pickup truck in front of a subway was taken into custody.
That sounds pretty Florida, yeah.
Tuesday, after a 3-hour standoff, officers responded to the parking lot of reports of a disturbance. Details about why the man refused to get out of the truck bed were not immediately available. The man had an outstanding warrant for his arrest related to a domestic violence case.
Outstanding.
Police said he was uncooperative and became combative, so officers took a step back to de-escalate the situation. At some point, however, he recovered one of his chainsaws from the back of the truck and he started the chainsaw up, so officers maintained a distance. At one point, he stood up with a pink laundry basket over his head, revving his chainsaw.
Yeah.
A SWAT team in an armored truck responded to the scene, and they shot him with beanbags. And
when did they play hopscotch?
The standoff ended shortly after that, so they managed to de-escalate that. All right, and then we'll do one more story, and then we will wrap it up. All right, let's do something. No, not that. That's a sad one. All right, we'll do this one. Short time after Cecilia Selena Mercado left jail on Wednesday after being seen in a viral video being arrested by Sunny Isle Beach police. This is in Florida, I believe, on accusations that she drove a car with fake diplomatic license plates on it.
Wow.
Police pulled over the car that she was in and arrested its driver for the same thing. Mercado, a 32-year-old Latin singer known as Ceci, had been pulled over on Tuesday driving an Audi with counterfeit license plates to falsely claim that she was a diplomat and an ambassador at large.
Well, with diplomat plates, you can park anywhere, basically, right?
Yeah, so that's the thing. They pull her over, and she's got a friend who's sitting in the seat who's saying that you can't arrest her because she's
a diplomat.
She has diplomatic immunity.
Diplomatic immunity.
That is from
Lethal Weapon 2.
Thank you. When Mercado, her boyfriend, and the driver returned to the beach, police were there waiting, and they busted them because they also had fake diplomatic plates as well.
Fake diplomatic plates.
And they're charged with driving without a valid license, having a counterfeit license plate, motor vehicle registration or sticker, resisting officer without violence. So I'm assuming not only did they just want fake place, but they wanted to be able to do whatever they wanted to because it said so on the license.
It's actually kind of ingenious.
Yeah, but it's also
stupid
really
also.
stupid
Yeah.
at the same time. All right, and there you go. That's what I have in the bizarre file for you. Before we take a break, Kathy, I haven't given you the list of all of the crushes available here. So these are the 15 crushes available at Coco's Crush Bar and Grill.
This is what you're going to tell the doctor when he revives you later on.
You have the Endless Summer. Not sure what that is. The Orange Dreamsicle. Wow. Sounds pretty good.
Some are being brought to us right now, Preston.
Key Lime Pie. The Peach Whiskey. I like that one. 1800 Tequila. The Grapefruit Crush. Strawberry Lemonade Crush. The Skinny Peach Botanical Crush.
Ooh.
Then you have your straight up original Orange Crush. The Coconut Lime Crush, the Caribbean Crush, the Skinny Grapefruit Botanical, the Blueberry Crush, the Mango Crush, the Black Cherry Lime Crush, and then the Bullet Crush, because that's whiskey.
Can I ask, is there anyone that is you have a good virgin version of?
Steve's not a drinker.
Yeah.
You could probably have all of them.
I'd love to try it. Thank you so much. All
Essentially, it's orange juice, Steve.
Yeah, but let's
there you go.
When in Rome, have Orange Crush.
Absolutely.
You know,
Definitely.
Glenn was just talking to me and Kathy in the commercial break, and he was saying that there have been people who have suggested perhaps they buy orange juice that that they
Pre-squeeze it.
pre-squeeze it, make the operation go a little bit faster. And Glenn was like, no, that's why this is good. That's why people crave these things.
Fresh squeeze.
And he wasn't kidding about his shoulder and his hand and cranking all those oranges yesterday. But it's really what makes them delicious, and that's why there is a line at the ballpark. In
That repetitive movement, because I was cranking back in the hotel room last night.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Man.
And you can make any crush a skinny crush. That's what I like. They don't use like the triple second, the stuff that makes it real sweet.
Okay.
So he said you can make any one of them skinny.
Nice. Well, we have a variety of them in front of you right now, so have at it.
Try them all.
Dive right in. All right, let's take a break. Come back in a second. We'll do the lesson question, trash, and music news. We're live at Coco's Crush Bar and Grill, Clearwater. We'll be right back. Stay with us. More crushes to go before he clears the entire card of all 15 of them, I found out.
Wow.
Yeah. Comatose by noon. Life goals.
By the time he finishes, that fashion choice will seem sensible.
Right. We are at Coco's Crush Bar and Grill, broadcasting live with our friends from Philadelphia and the Delaware Valley who are here with us. Courtesy, a lot of them from Philly sports trips, and a lot of people who have moved down here and just wanted to come by and be a part of the whole thing. So I love it, man.
It's such a wonderful thing to have the transplants, and then again, so many people. Just take a couple. You can take a couple days.
Yep.
You don't have to take the entire month. Whatever you want, it's great.
Beautiful here, by the way. It's going to be mid-80s once again, lots of sunshine. Back home, like 70 some odd degrees and comfortable, and it cools off next week. So
when we get back,
right when we get back, it's going to be freezing cold again. So that's the way it goes. But yeah, we're here at Coco's. There's a band that's getting set up. They're going to be performing live out. We're outside. We thought we were going to be inside with this thing. We are outside,
I'm digging it.
and they've got all these tents set up. It's a really cool way to do this broadcast, so we thank everybody involved with that. But we've only got a little bit more to go, and then we'll be done with the show, and then we're going to hang out for a bit and chill with you guys. But let's do lesson question, trash, music news, all that stuff. The lesson question today, the prize is a 4-pack of tickets for the 25th Annual Greater Philadelphia Boat Show, and it's going on this weekend, by the way, through the 17th at the Expo Center at Oaks. Question I'm going to ask you is this: what kind of tires do alligators eat? 215-263 WMMR. Casey finally got to see an alligator in the wild. A couple of them, actually. Four of them. And we found out that they eat certain kind of tires. What are they? 215-263 WMMR. Call right now. While you do that, we will do the trash. Here we go.
The trash business is a gold mine. 93.3 WMMR with Preston and Steve's Hollywood Trash.
And we'll get some stories from Steve. What's going on this morning, Steve?
Well, after appearing in Dune 2, Christopher Walken now says he's looking forward to playing a more simple, basic everyman. Walken is currently working on a new film called The Guy No One Would Ever See a Movie About.
Right.
Kristen Cavallari is showing off her love of her new man, Mark Estes, by wearing his initials on a pendant around her neck. Estes had given Cavallari a pearl necklace, but it's damn hard to write initials in that stuff.
Oh, God. Wow.
In light of the recent Kate Middleton retouch photo scandal, Instagram now flagging pictures that have been dramatically altered. Instagram says not to worry, as the new rule will only affect every picture on Instagram. That's your trash.
All right, we shall see if anybody knows the answer to this. What kind of tires do alligators eat? And we will go to the phone, see if we can get a winner, and bring it up Pat. Hey, Pat, good morning.
Morning.
All right, Pat, what kind of tires do alligators eat? Yes.
Bicycle tires.
Bicycle tires is correct. Yes. We are going to set you up with tickets to, and in fact, a 4-pack of tickets for the 25th Annual Greater Philadelphia Boat Show this weekend, March 15th through the 17th at the Expo Center at Oaks, and you can visit phillyboatshow.com for details. Let us now do music news, please.
Now, Preston and Steve's Music News on 93.3 WMMR.
All right, got some stories passed along to you. We'll do this. And I mentioned it earlier this morning when I brought up the birthdays because today is his 61st birthday. But our friend Bret Michaels of Poison fame has some medical setbacks, and he is making some big adjustments to his tour schedule. He said, with much discussion and real advice from my doctors and family, I will be taking most, if not all, of 2025 off, except for a few dates with both the Bret Michaels Band and possibly all original Poison, he said. So I guess maybe he's going to continue doing what he has planned this year, but next year he's got to take.
Okay, so he will be coming to town with his tour then?
The Party Gras? Is that what
Party
that is?
Gras, yeah.
I guess so. To his fans, he said, please always understand that I am forever grateful to the fans and hope that you understand that this will bring me back in 2026 and beyond to be able to always give a 1,000% on that stage with positive energy and an unbroken warrior spirit. He likes to use percent a lot.
Yes. Well,
last time we were on, he was
that's
doing
10, 100%.
He was doing 100%, and then 1,000%, and then a
million.
million%. And, but he's a good guy, and we do wish him the best. Out today is the Happiness Bastards, first album in 15 years from the Black Crowes. The 10-song set is the group's first new music since brothers Chris and Rich Robinson announced a resumption of the band in 2019 following a 6-year hiatus. The group initially toured to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the debut album Shake Your Moneymaker and issued a covers EP called 1972, but Rich Robinson said another album was an inevitable result of being together again.
Inevitable.
Happiness Bastards is Black Crowes' first new album since Before the Flood, Until the Freeze, which was in 2009. It was produced by Jay Joyce, who's worked with Emmylou Harris, Keith Urban, Wallflowers, KG Elephant, a whole bunch of bands. Black Crowes begin touring April 2nd in Nashville, and the group also retains its opening slot on Aerosmith's postponed Peace Out the Farewell tour, and they're waiting words on new dates for that one.
They're at the Met in Philly on May 7th, and that's a show I'd like to go see.
The Black Crowes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a record called Amorica that came out like mid-'90s, and there's a song on there called Wiser Time. They're a really great live band.
Yeah,
I love
it's
seeing
wild
them.
to see them back fully invigorated.
I thought they were going to hate each other forever.
That's it.
Bon Jovi released a new single called Legendary. They also posted a video that shows the band set up in the middle of a deep green grassy field performing the song. John said through a press release, this record is a return to joy. From the writing through the recording process, this is Turn Up the Volume, Feel Good Bon Jovi. It's from their upcoming 16 album release titled Forever, which comes out on June 7th. And Pierre had a chance to play that a couple of times yesterday.
I didn't get to hear it.
We were busy, so
Yeah.
we didn't get a chance to hear it, so I'm looking forward to checking
I hear
that
it's
song.
like a sea shanty is what I heard.
Queen Rock Montreal, the live concert, will be released on vinyl, CD, and Blu-ray coming up May 10th. Taken from two concerts. 1981, it was in front of 18,000 people at the Forum, and the collection is currently only available as a digital download. The set list includes 28 songs. Drummer Roger Taylor said it's fascinating to now realize how free we were on stage in 1981. It's a 4-piece, just the four of us in Queen. And to see Freddie, it's like being on stage with the band. In addition to the Montreal performances, this package also includes Queen's famous 21-minute show at Live Aid as well. And one last story, original Foreigner frontman Lou Gramm revealed that this will be the final year of him performing live.
Oh, no.
After 50 years...
Actually, I thought that happened 10 years ago.
After 50 years... He says that he's ready to turn his attention to his family and his muscle cars and enjoy sleeping in his own bed at night. Yeah.
The car guy.
He'll release a new record sometime this year and says that the song ideas were bits and pieces of his first 3 solo albums.
To all my fans, I just want to let you know it happened 10 years ago.
He started them a long time ago and finished them about 2 years ago. He explained, saying, what I mean is when you put an album out and you have 10 songs, you might record 13 and pick the best 10. He left Foreigner in 2003, but is the voice for all of their major hits, of course. And that's the last bit I have in music news for you this morning. So we will take one more break, and then we'll come back and we'll get ready to wrap this whole thing up.
Yes.
So make sure you stay with us. We're live at Coco's. In Clearwater. We'll be right back on MMR.
Good.
How far away is that from here?
I gotta guess like 2 miles.
Okay, I didn't go this time around. I've driven by it before.
Hey, Steve and I drove by yesterday.
Yeah,
Did you?
Yeah, windows
cool.
blacked out of every building.
Yeah.
So John Brazier and I drove back from the ballpark yesterday, and John likes to play the game of what's the over/under on the number of Scientologists you'll see on the street while driving through Clearwater. And I took the over yesterday, and the over was 6. We only saw 4, and I lost. Yeah.
Do they dress differently? Like
They do, yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of like
They wear bright yellow spandex.
no, they don't. No,
Like
it's kind of
Mormons?
like Mormon garb a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah.
But they're recognized.
And were they carrying their books?
Oh yeah.
Well, the thing it's just it's so big that you would expect to see a lot more activity, but it's not that. You know, it's very subdued.
Yep, but we got our own little cult, if you will, that's
Yeah.
right here at Coco's. Bills fans.
Oh,
What?
can we try something?
Yeah.
Hey, bitches!
Very good. Everybody's so good. All right, I would like to thank the following people for appearing on our program today. We had a really nice roster of guests. I would like to thank, first of all, actor William H. Macy for being on the show. He was awesome. He is at the Keswick Theater tonight. It's a screening of Fargo and a Q&A afterwards. I would like to thank our friends from Philly Sports Trips, Vince Rizzuto and his main man, Bob, for putting all this together. It's an incredible group. If you really are, you want the full experience and you want to take all of the crap of organizing out of that and hand it over to the people who know what they're doing and get it done, then you got to do Philly Sports
And
Trip.
you know you're covered. You know someone has your back.
Thank you to Hollis Thomas for being on the show today. Hollis is an ambassador for Philly Sports Trips, and he's just here to hang and have a good time with everybody.
He's living the life.
He's living the life. And our buddy Tom Burgorn, who is the closest personal friend of the Philly Fanatic. What? What are you laughing at?
Burgoyne.
Burgoyne.
What did I say?
Something different.
Burgorn?
Yeah.
Burgoyne.
No, it's Faith and Begora.
Thank you.
Yeah, there it is.
All right, well, anyhow, have you been laughing at me this whole time? You and
No.
Kathy looked at each other as if it's some kind of inside joke, and you keep saying stuff behind my back.
What the hell are you talking about?
Kathy,
I do not blame this one on me. I
Preston,
think it was these two.
I am ashamed of Kathy.
I am too.
Dude, I'm embarrassed for her? Really?
Yeah.
I can't believe I have to sit next to you.
If you're so little that all you can do is beat up an innocent man with a speech impediment.
Yeah.
I thought when Bill retired, I was not getting blamed for other people's issues.
Well, stop being an a-hole.
Yeah.
Burgoyne.
Yeah.
And John Brazier, who's here too. I want to thank him as well.
It's
John.
preserved.
Our friend Greg Murphy, who stopped by too from the Phils organization.
Yes,
He's your man on the radio. He's wonderful, and he lives the life down here. And also the proprietor of Coco's, Mr. Glenn Such. For having us out.
Glenn just gave me my custom crush order, and I
Okay.
think he wants me to have one and then go home and go to bed for the night.
Oh, really? He added a little to it. Very nice.
Yeah,
Oh, here
yeah.
comes another one, and he hasn't stopped. Two of them.
Jesus,
Nice.
Look at this.
All right.
Oh,
so,
wait, real quick,
Yeah.
Preston. He wanted to mention that they. Here you go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Real quick.
all right, what do you got there, Glenn?
Just wanted to say we now distill our own vodka down here. That's how much we were going for.
Whoa.
So, another shameless plug. It's available at the liquor stores all up and down Clearwater Beach. And we distill it here locally in Clearwater, made with Florida pure cane sugar. It's really, really good. You're going to like it. Grapefruit vodka comes out in 30 more days.
Will this be available anywhere outside of Florida eventually?
Not yet, but we're working on that.
Working
We're
on
definitely working on that. Probably Delaware and Maryland, but I don't know. Philadelphia controls state, but we're gonna try. So I want to shamelessly plug that right there. Thanks, guys.
Very good. Thank you, sir. We appreciate that. And then one last thank you. Behind the scenes, a lot of the coordination of this trip took place, and the man that helmed it is our own Nick McElwain. I'd like to thank Nick for dealing with a lot of the particulars.
My pleasure. Steve, you've talked a little bit about how you've made a 180 on coming down to spring training. I
Absolutely.
want everybody to feel that way. It's such a great vibe, and
Can you arrange the trips for everybody?
I'm gonna call everyone and make sure that they can come. But to see this crowd, Glenn was talking about getting goosebumps earlier, it's fantastic. So thank you guys for being here, and thanks for coming out for the broadcast. Appreciate it. Love you guys.
And ladies and gentlemen, now through the power and the magic of radio, we bring you Mr. Pierre Robert to our microphone. You are bowing as we speak, huh, Pierre? Excellent.
By the way, two great people behind the scenes here. Your dear friend Connor Betts, who works so hard on your program, and
Yes.
great Jason Fayon, who's run the board for you here and on all the occasions when you guys do live broadcasts, also deserve great acknowledgement.
Very much so, and I appreciate you doing that, Pierre. Sometimes if I
just the
can't
best.
see you, I forget about you. So that's
Sometimes when you can see us, you forget about
that's
us
true
too.
too. That is true too. Pierre, can we do the letter of the day first? All right, let's fire that up, Jason.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.
Now, the Daily Letter.
All right, the Preston Steve Show brought to you today by the letter.
S as in sunshine.
All right, we'll take the third caller at 215-263 WMMR, and we will see if you happen to know the word of the week, and the winner gets a very cool prize, and I'll tell you about that in just a moment or two. So call if you know the word. It's beautiful here, Pierre. How are things in Philadelphia?
It's another great day here, as you mentioned it would be. I think 75 will be the high today. A little cloudy, but it's quite lovely. Not quite as warm as where you are, but it's good.
Excellent.
And on the program, we will have Weezer tickets to give away, a Weezer block to play. Those shows just went on sale, the Weezer show, as did the Sting show, and also the Daryl Hall and Elvis Costello show. They all went on sale at 10 a.m. We'll also do a workforce block of David Bowie and the Dropkick Murphys in honor of the upcoming St. Patrick's Day celebration, in which Brent Porsche will also be out, and in Delco broadcasting live. So we have a very busy weekend with you guys there and us everywhere over the course of the weekend.
Love it. Excellent. All right, we're going to go to the phone and see if we can get ourselves a winner. We were looking for the third caller, and it happens to be, it says Therese. Let me see if that's correct. Therese, is that you?
Hi, yes it is.
Excellent. All right, Therese, what is our word of the week, please?
Phils.
Touchdown!
Yes! Phils is the word. So hang on the line, Therese. We are going to set you up. You got yourself a very cool trifecta of concerts to go to. A pair of tickets to the MMRBQ September 21st at the FM Pavilion. Daryl Hall and Elvis Costello July 10th at the Man, and Weezer, who are playing the Blue Album in full September 13th at the Wells Fargo Center with the Flaming Lips and Dinosaur Jr. Those tickets for all those shows are all on sale now because the Daryl Hall, Elvis Costello, and the Weezer show went on sale about an hour ago. You can go to WMMR.com to get all of the information about all of that good stuff. I will take a moment to our sponsors. The Preston Steve Show is brought to you today by Dunkin'. The Preston Steve Show runs on Dunkin'. Also brought to you by Acme, fresh foods, local flavors, and by Trinity Rehab, locations all over Trinity-rehab.com. Next week on our program, we're looking to fill out some things, but we do have comedian Connor O'Malley joining us. And in the studio, Daughtry is stopping by. He's going to do a live performance, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's
so
awesome.
We have that in our studio and more. So from Florida, that is it. We are done. Rage on. Have a great weekend. Go Phils. And we'll see you later, gang. Bye-bye.